Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to Kingspade channel. So here I am making a new character at a newly opened server Taekwon, and I will be guiding you on how to build the Taekwon from the beginning until the third job, so you know exactly what to do for your Taekwon and do not waste more resources as you venture along in the game. Now, a lot of you returning players that had quit the game for some time now had come back again to play the game, especially to try on the new job class Taekwon. And quite a number of new players also had asked for an early build guide for the Taekwon. For the returning players, the process of building the character can be stressful, that can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction and anger, which will make you quit in no time. I'm sure you had felt that way before, and it's understandable. High expectation, competitiveness, and maybe low in information might cause to that, and I don't want you to feel that way, especially because you had given the game a second chance and actually play it again. So I want to help on that to navigate your way as you build your character. For the new players, there are so much to learn. You may feel uncertain on certain things, what you should do, is it the right thing to do, and what way you should go in regard of your character progression, because you want to make a perfect character at the first time. So I am here to help you on that, having playing the game since in the beginning of the game launch for almost 3 years now. I think I can help you with certain things in the game. Hopefully you stay with me for a long time, because the game progression is not a sprint, it is a constant process. Going too hard in the beginning can burn you out, so just put that in mind. I know you want to be strong like tomorrow, but that is not what the game is about. Well, it is if you top up, that's for sure, but I do have some method that can make you progress a little bit faster. Let's start off with knowing the Taekwon job class. Knowing what are you getting into by using the Taekwon in ROX. For every new job class that is introduced in the game, the first thing I like to do is to look at the game recommended playstyle for that job class. For that, I head to the recommended stat here. From here, you can have a glimpse of what the game intends for the Taekwon to be played as in the game. So looks like the Taekwon is a very simple and straightforward job class with only one path of playstyle. Usually for other job class, they will have at least 2 playstyles. Depending on the role that you want to take, you can build your character in several ways, but here we have a sustained DPS build specified by the game. The Taekwon main stat is strength, and their secondary stat is VIT for sustainability, and followed by Dex for more haste. As we know from the Taekwon skill, the Taekwon is not affected by attack speed, but rather using skill to attack. The Taekwon also have passive skill that increase their physical penetration stat, and the game wants to make sure you know that by displaying it here. Now in ROX, there is a clear cut about the job build. No matter how much you look at it, the build can be categorized into 2, a critical build and a penetration build. And most often than not, the crit build will be using normal attack, fast attacking attack for dealing damage, and the penetration build will be using skill for attacking. So the Taekwon falls in the penetration skill type category. The game further classifies that the Taekwon is a PvP job class. Now that is interesting, because when I first look into the Taekwon skill kits, I do not think that the Taekwon is suitable to be played in PvP, but I know why the game said that they are for PvP. I'll talk about that in just a bit. So now that we have an idea on how the Taekwon is intended to be played, so let's get in more details on the build. For the stat distribution in the early game, we need that power to deal damage for grinding to level up. So all start points are put on strength. For the equipment, the first decent equipment that you can get in the early game are the white equipment that you can get after completing the instance. Taekwon uses the tome or technique teaching book, as what I like to call it, as their weapon. Now it's funny because some made fun of the Taekwon choice of weapon, like do you bind the book at the Taekwon leg to kick the target and deal more damage? For me, it is more like a secret martial art book that stored techniques on kick style martial art. For example, by reading it, you learn to use a new kick style. Does it make sense? Anyway, for accessory, there are a lot to choose from. I use the white accessory that have the physical attack and the haste stat. Haste stat can reduce your skill variable cooldown, so you can use skill more often. Higher level skill will have higher duration of skill cooldown, so you need more haste stat to reduce the skill cooldown. And with the same principle for the talisman, I also use the haste talisman for more haste stat. Now, as soon as possible, you want to increase your equipment upgrade. Weapon upgrade to level 20, all armors upgrade to level 10, accessory and talisman upgrade to level 5. This is because upgrading to this level only needs the upgrading metal material. It is very easy to get. You can get it by mining it at the Mjolnir cave. That is what most players will do. Now this is the interesting part. The Taekwon server is under the server region Hyper Return. Under the Hyper Return server region, there are another 2 other sub-servers. All these servers under the same server region will share the same market, the exchange center. Now because the other 2 servers are older server, the materials selling at the exchange center are relatively cheaper now, especially for the lower grade materials that the players have no use anymore, but are especially needed for the new players in the new server. So with that, you can seize this opportunity to just buy the materials needed for the equipment upgrade at the exchange center. The materials price is cheap. Instead of using your stamina to mine the materials, which will consume time, you can just buy it. Same goes to the equipment refine. The first refine, the +1 refine is a 100% success. So you want to get your equipment to at least +1 refine level at the start. The materials needed are also very cheap, and you can spend away your crystals for these materials and get all your equipment to +1 refine. I haven't got the white tome weapon from the instant yet. I can actually just buy it at the exchange center since it is selling quite cheap. Mind you, I actually got some of my equipment directly buying it at the exchange center. I can test my luck to get the equipment drop at the instant, but buying it at the exchange center is way faster. On top of that, it is cheap. It will not affect your crystals too much. As a matter of fact, it is value for crystal. It is worth it. But also, I am few levels away from the next instance unlock at level 38, so I might just get the next tome weapon drop in that instant instead. Or maybe I will just buy this one and just hope that this tome will drop when I'm doing the next instant later on. I think that is what I'm going to do. So let's get this done real fast. Alright, with this setup, I can say you are better than 50% of the players in the game, equipment progress wise. With this, you also will not be afraid of dying in the gold thief bug instant. I can guarantee you that. Next, the interesting part, the Taekwon skill. Right from the start, the Taekwondo skill had been given to you. The game put on the skill point on this skill. It is fixed and you cannot change that. With this skill, the Taekwon will not be affected by attack speed, and that is why the Taekwon cannot be played as a fast attacking build. Their attack speed is fixed. So the other alternative for this is the skill spamming build. That is also why I use the accessory and talisman that have the haste stat to lower down the skill cooldown. The running skill increase the Taekwon movement speed for every second. This will make the Taekwon move faster and faster every second until you make a turn, which is cancelled if you change direction. So with this skill, the Taekwon essentially do not have to get and use a high speed mount like the Ragnar cycle, for example, that have 6 speed. Even with the porting mount with 4 speed mount, with this skill, your movement speed will increase every second, potentially faster than the Ragnar cycle. At level 5, the flying side kick skill will be unlocked. Now this skill cannot be used in auto mode, so making this skill sort of more useful in PvP than in PvE. It makes you dash towards the enemy, closing the gap between you and the target for close range combat, or you can use it for escape, dashing away from the target, or as a utility skill, a teleport skill to jump from one place to another place. Next, Taekwon training. Now this is what I mean the passive skill that increase the Taekwon penetration stat. So to optimize this effect, from here onwards, the Taekwon should be given more and more penetration stat. Fighting chant is also one of the skill for PvP or instant. This skill cannot be used in auto mode as well. What this skill do is it give buff to allies which increase their physical attack by maximum 20%. But the Taekwon cannot move in this state. The buff will be cancelled if you move, cast another skill, or being stunned and freeze and so on. So not sure where you want to use this. I think this skill will not be used ever. For me, I don't see the Taekwon as a support job class. I more want to use the Taekwon as a damage dealer, you know what I mean? And the next 3 skills are the core offensive skills of the Taekwon. The Taekwon skill kits revolve in these 3 skills. Even for higher level, when you change to higher job class, these 3 skills are still remain dominant in the Taekwon skill setup. The rising kick is a basic kick skill that deal damage that inflict some control effect to the target. The target will be kicked into the air with this skill. The round kick will restore some HP after dealing damage, and the shattering kick can lower down the target defense with each attack. Now my favorite skill out of these 3 is the round kick, mainly because of its effect to restore HP after doing damage to the target. The HP restored is according to maximum HP, so the more HP you have, the more HP you will recover. This skill makes it so much easier for killing monsters in the early game. With this skill, the Taekwon will have higher survivability. Most of the time, I find that I don't have to use HP potion for killing monsters in the early game, making it so much convenient for AFK grinding as well. This is also why I think the game specified the Taekwon as the sustained DPS PvP type job class. With this skill in the early game where you do not have lifesteal yet, this will help you survive longer in a fight. With a balanced build with strength and width, you can steadily kill the squishy player, provided that you can get close to the enemy. That is where the flying sidekick skills come in. Personally, I am not into PvP, so this skill for me is great for AFK grinding. This makes me me not using the HP potion and stay AFK all day and night long without being killed by the monsters in the early game. Alright, what you need to do is to use all these 3 skills. You need to use it in such a way that you can use it without any variable cooldown. Increase the skill level just nice with 0 variable cooldown. If you increase the skill level higher, your haste might be not enough for that higher variable cooldown. Now you can use the skill with high level, but the cooldown will be longer too, so you can't benefit the skill effect often, and you can't deal as much damage as well with just normal attack. So adjust the skill level to the level that you can use it with 0 variable skill cooldown, so you can use the skill more often. If you have more haste later on and can reduce more skill variable cooldown, increase the skill accordingly. Alright, that is for the Taekwon early build setup. I will make more videos after I change to the second job, and also after the shadow equipment is finally unlocked. That will be a whole new topic of video itself. Alright, if you have any questions, just put it down at the comment section below and I will answer them one by one. And also, if you have more tips for the Taekwon, you can also put it down below and help the community by answering the players' questions as well. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.